I love how that gives you the option to leave the meeting when it tells you the recording's in process. I'm out.
Yeah, and you're like, oh,
Never mind.
I
Thank
didn't think
you.
this would be recorded.
that's great.
Good morning, afternoon, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome. All right, weather report. Actually, Wendy, is it snowing where you are? It's snowing here.
Snowing and sunny at the same time.
Snowing.
What?
It was 70 like last week or 2 weeks
It
ago.
was.
Oh yeah, but
Great.
we probably have like the mountain, I think, has gotten probably 48 inches of snow in the last 2 or 3 days.
Wow, so lucky. We
Crazy.
lost all our snow here in Vermont,
Oh,
unfortunately.
What's
did
the-
we give you the 70-degree weather?
No, we still have 30s, but it's no precipitation, unfortunately.
Mm.
Crossing
We
our
have a
fingers.
cold atmospheric river coming through.
Nice. Maybe that'll hit
Shelley,
us
what's
just
the-
in time for Christmas.
what's
55
the
degrees
Idaho
in
weather right
Washington.
now?
It's freezing here, but we got snow yesterday and it's melting. But yeah, our mountain opened yesterday, so that's exciting.
Oh, which mountain is it?
Bogus Basin.
I've
That-
never heard of that one.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
too bad on the name. Bogus.
I
And
know.
I'm
It's
curious,
fake.
Shelley, did it used to
Yeah.
be named something else before Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure? Or
Exactly.
did it
Yeah,
popularize
it's named Bogus because you would never know it, how big and expansive it is, because you're just in the foothills of Boise and then you just keep going up and then it's actually a pretty decent hill. It's only 15 miles from town, so we love
Oh,
it.
wow.
Oh, wow.
That drive, that's a very pretty drive. I've never driven to Bogus itself, but I've gone up towards that way and it's amazing. Like you're just all of a sudden you're like, I am in the wilderness and there's the city.
Exactly, yeah. But a lot of car sickness happens, at least in our house, when
Oh,
we get
oh,
to the top,
windy-
the
windy
children.
turns.
Yeah.
Let's see. Welcome, folks. Welcome, Kristen Ige, new team member. Kristen, how's the weather in Portland?
There was a weather advisory this morning,
It
but
rained, right?
I woke up early this morning and saw that we might get some snow, but the roads are completely dry, and I think it was kind of just like a false alarm.
Oh, well, okay. We got some other folks here from different places. See Katie calling in from New York, leadership team member, vice chair. Walt Tennyson calling in from, I assume, a harbor in a mid-Atlantic state.
Right. Maryland, let's just say.
Yeah.
No, I live in the District of Columbia,
Oh,
51st
in the
state.
Oh, that's right. Wow, okay.
Very nice.
Where I just took a walk upside down and no
Whoa.
jacket.
Nice.
That's amazing. This is one of the slowest starts to webinar, by the way. I'll go ahead and say it. That's all right. We're going to be, this is all about SEM successes. And
Okay.
so, yeah, well, I'm going to flash up while we're all showing up here. I'm going to flash up some inspirational quotes that you all shared a year ago.
Ooh, I like it.
Hmm?
I'm ready to be inspired.
Yeah, okay. Here you go. Can you see these?
Yes.
Okay. Let's all reflect on these.
This too shall pass. Yeah, maybe not.
Just not quite yet.
Yikes.
It's just passing by very slowly, Greg. It's still passing. They never said at what pace it would pass.
Yeah.
I don't get the cat one. If there's enough blue in the sky to make a cat
Oh,
pant, it's going to be a sunny day.
yeah, that's a Gibson family saying that basically means like if there's a silver lining, then like it's going to be a good day. right? So like if it's a cloudy sky, but there's just a little bit of sun and blue sky, it's going to be a sunny day. You can always find a silver lining in something. Straight from Grandma Gibson.
I want to
Nice.
see the cat's pair of pants personally.
They're huge. It's a really well-fed cat.
That's so great. Well, let's switch over to our first poll. And let's see, here we go. Sorry. All right, we're gonna go to inspirational stories. So those are quotes. What I want from you now is your favorite inspirational story. So go to menti.com, menti.com. You can see it up here on the screen, and use this code, which is 2 4-digit numbers or 1 8-digit number. 88413043. Think of your favorite inspirational story. And of course, you'll have to abbreviate it because it's gonna have to fit into a box about this big. But well, that's good. Nice. Okay, that's great. Like I'll tell you mine. Probably Shackleton, Ernest Shackleton. The story of him and his crew being stranded on the pack ice in 1914 or so.
Didn't that not end too well, Chad?
Actually, it ended amazingly well. Well, I'm sorry. For the people stuck in the pack ice, not a single soul was lost in 2 years of total being stranded and/or trying to navigate their way back to safety. And that's the most shocking part about it. Not a single person died. But it was really through their working together and how they came together, and I frankly think great leadership that was about 100 years out of its time. But seeing some other great inspirational stories here. Okay, so the little engine that could, I love that one. That does apply to so many things.
There are two interesting documentaries that I have yet to see that are very inspirational stories from the Bend Film Fest. And one of them I think is actually on maybe Disney Plus. It's called Rescue. It's about the rescue for the soccer team that was stuck in the cave in Southeast Asia. Apparently it's pretty interesting.
Wow, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, it's apparently phenomenal. And the other one that's really inspirational is, I don't know when this is set. I don't know if this is current time or past time, but I guess in Cuba, it used to be, or is still illegal to surf. And so there were people that would like go and surf, kind of government regulations be damned. And I guess it's a really great story and inspirational story about like pursuing your passion.
Nice.
You need a documentary for the Christmas season in your copious time off.
Love it. Of course, Forrest Gump. Great movie. Caden Cox makes history as the first player with Down syndrome to score in college football. Wow, that's amazing. Don't let Grinch steal your joy. If you're just coming in to our call, we're just capturing some inspirational stories. 127 hours. I think that's the Chilean miners, if I'm not incorrect. That's great. All right. Well, with that, good stuff. Let's get to it though. How many people do we have? All right, 7. Interesting. All right, that's fine. Let's get into it. Greetings. Thanks. Welcome to the webinar. We're going to get into success stories. Let's get to it. So we've got a number of categories: resounding results, awesome ahas, engaging engagement, quotable quotes, and profound projects or projects, if you are to be sensitive to our people north of the border. But looking at these, we used these categories last year. People, thank you all, by the way. We had many people submit in ideas, thoughts, entries for the success stories of the year. But what we thought was actually a lot of these are kind of, there's like almost kind of two different things. There's like the quotes, and then there's everything else. And so we separated that out and wanted to call it the quotes first. So how about this? How about we rotate? It's going to give some different voices. I'm going to call on folks to have you read these aloud. If you want to use a voice you think they may use, that's great. And use your own voice. So Greg, is it okay if you start us off, read the first quote?
Sure thing. I'll read the first one. Hey, you guys are really proving to be valuable.
Shocking.
At a slow to warm customer. I've had that exact phrase yelled at me before. No, that's
so
good.
great. Yeah, no, it's such a funny thing. Sometimes the customers are slow to see the value. They're like, what is this program about? They kind of go in begrudgingly. So yeah, it's a great quote. Wendy, have you go next? Oh, Wendy, you go next. Katie, you'll follow. You'll be on deck to the next one. So so Wendy, you go next.
Okay, we knew we were saving looking at the opportunity register each time we were putting bills in, but we saved $43,000 on energy in a year. That really was a surprise that we saved so much, and we got a lot of things that we can still do in future projects. Every dollar that we can save in our budget and use for our students today, it's huge.
Nice.
Wow,
Nice.
you guys are really proving to be valuable.
That just applies all the way through.
Yeah, this is like the
Good.
12 days of Christmas. It's perfect.
Right, we'll kind of go back. And you guys are really proving to be valuable. All right. So Kate will go next. The person on deck for the following one will be Shelley. Shelley will be the next one. So Katie, you go next.
We've got one of the great things to come out of 2020 was our participation in the SEM programs. An SSC customer. Ooh, SCE is hard to say.
That's only slightly better than you guys are really proving to be valuable.
At least something good came out of 2020.
Right.
Something great came out of 2020.
The benefits of COVID, yes.
Outstanding. So let's see, once again, I'm gonna look at the participant list. I can call on other folks. So again, Shelley will go next, and then after that, we'll go to looking down the list of folks. Yeah, so we'll have Shelley will read the next one, and then Walt Tennyson will go on the one after. So Walt, you'll do the one that starts with the word SEM. So
Hey,
Shelley,
Chad, if you could scoot the box.
Yeah, that was
out of
challenging.
I was like, I could guess. All right. So our energy team, as they're closing their first year of engagement, is starting to see the benefits of their continued involvement and persistence in SEM and seeing a shift in organizational culture. So this is from a manufacturing customer. So they're seeing the light.
Oh,
Nice.
wow.
That's big too, shifting organizational culture in a manufacturing space.
yeah, and in 1 year, like I've heard that
Yeah,
kind of quote maybe from like
That's huge.
you know, third year in or something.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, nice. Let's go then. The next person again will be Walt, and then we'll have one more quote, and we'll have. I'm gonna.
Spark of energy in an otherwise monotonous community engagement course.
That's exactly how it was said. Awesome.
From a very monotonous individual. I actually really like that quote because I do think that sometimes, pounding the pavement to try to make change, especially with community outreach, can be really, really hard and monotonous. And so to be able to add light to that process, I think is actually pretty impressive.
Yeah, we actually had a customer that had this very same comment a few years ago saying that typically operating a plant, if it's running well, it's going really well, it does kind of get a little boring. So kind of the same sentiment of it brought some energy. So it's kind of interesting to see the themes.
Nice.
I also appreciate the pun, bringing the spark of energy to save energy.
Yeah.
Not that it's in there, but I like it.
Well, they literally were shocked. They touched that.
Jeez.
That's great.
Oh, I love it. Yeah.
That's the best. Okay, last voice. I'm gonna Michael Stead. Michael, would you be game to read the last one?
Sure.
Oh, great. Awesome.
Involvement alone makes you aware of ways to save energy. The small involvement at energy team meetings really opened my eyes.
Nice.
Unknown source, anonymous.
Anon, lost to history. Yeah, just that, like I said, being involved in the energy team, it is such a strong thing. And a lot of this, we forget these quotes. And it will, again, we'll send this deck out. Like we send out decks to everyone afterwards. But if you can use these quotes, please do. Yeah, they're great. So, and again, that's what a lot of this is all about. So let's go to the polls. So we're asking before what your favorite inspirational story was. Our question now, let me move the chat over here. Our question now will be, oh, wait, really? Did I mess that up? Sorry. Let me move this over here. Is what our favorite quotes are. Let's put it into the chat. So we can go into the chat in Zoom and type in like a word or two to describe what your favorite quote is. We are valuable. Nice job, Wendy. What else? Hey, proven to be valuable. Hey, love it. Okay, here we go. Actually, no, I'm sorry. I just figured out the problem in my deal. So I think this over here, present. Okay, now go to your Menti. Stop typing in chat.
All right.
Stop what you're doing. Your browser should have updated. What's the most quotable SEM quote? Really going to be valuable. Or every dollar we save can be used for students today. Great thing this year was SEM. We're seeing a shift in organizational culture. A spark of energy, an otherwise monotonous routine, and involvement in energy team meetings really opened my eyes. There can be only one winner. I guess technically there could be two, or I guess there could be a number, but I'm hopeful that we'll have a single winner out of this.
They're all trending high.
Yeah, they're all good, right?
I can't believe proving to be valuable is slipping.
Yeah. Yeah.
You needed to do a better lobbying campaign there, Greg, for proving to be valuable.
Yeah, I should have hit home the 12 days of Christmas a few more times.
I think they say that if you say something 7 times, people remember it. Maybe that was your problem. You didn't say it 7 times.
I do want to thank the people that did type in into the chat, by the way. So thank you to Kathleen, Jen Langdon, Karen Brooks, Mike Stowe, Wendy, and also good to see you all, of course. Okay, I think we're good enough. I think by a hair.
By a hair.
Yeah,
Yes.
seeing a shift in organizational culture, but you're really proven to be valuable. I can't believe it. It's just, yeah, the shock of that one is just so lovely. It's so great. All right, so with that, it's just kind of, we kind of separated out these successes. So now we're going to go back into the rest of the successes. And so we'll start with the resounding results. Same thing. Let's I do like this whole the notion of having different voices. And so and if it's okay, I'm going to call on folks even that haven't spoken yet, if you're okay with that. And actually, frankly, if you're not okay with that, you can directly chat. You can actually like write, you can go to participants in Zoom, right click, I think on there, and you can actually like click and say like chat. You go to like hover over and then do chat. You can directly chat to me and say, hey, I'd really like to not be called. And that would be no problem. But let's, I know some folks here that probably wouldn't mind too much. Kathleen Belkayat, wonderful, brilliant person in SEM. Is it okay if you read the first one?
You know, I'm an introvert. I don't like to be the first one for anything.
No, but you're good. Yeah.
I was looking for the emoji with the zipped lips, the zipped mouth, so I could get ready to send that, but couldn't find it. So I'm not fast enough. I guess I have to go.
That's great. Okay. So could you do the first one? Is that fine?
Am I just reading?
Yeah.
Okay. Excluding months shut down due to COVID, pilot cohort schools experienced a 9.8% average reduction in energy use, resulting in approximately $11,000 savings per school. As a result of initial pilot success, school uplift is rapidly growing. Through the end of its third year, School Uplift is projected to have trained 160 schools across 7 states in SEM, directly impacting 90,000 students and faculty, saving an anticipated $8.1 million for Valley schools. And this is from
Wow,
Clay Hoover, TVA. It's pretty amazing.
that is amazing.
Yeah, yeah. That's something special. Thank you, Kathleen. Yeah, what a story. What a story. How about next? Let's go to, now I'll do a better job of teeing you all up. So let's have Dustin Schneider go next. And then after that, let's go to Whitney Wong. So Dustin, if you could do the one of our programs, and then Whitney, you do the last one at the 9 participants, if that's okay.
Yeah, I can jump in. One of our programs saved over 10 gigawatt hours, which is about the same as 1,000 homes worth of annual energy use. So our energy savings took 50 city blocks of homes off the grid for the year. Carl Samuelson, Advanced Energy.
Nice, nice. Thanks, Dustin.
Wow.
Yeah,
You bet.
that's
I like framing it that way. That's really gives you context.
50 city blocks. Yeah, that is something. 1,000 homes. Awesome. Thanks, Dustin. And then Whitney, are you game for the last one? If you're muted or multitasking, that's totally fine. Oh, you are there. Okay, great.
Yeah. Sorry, just trying
Right.
to find the mute button.
No worries. Thank you.
What am I doing? Am I reading?
Yeah, the 9 participants.
Slide.
That's what let's do.
Oh, the 9 participants. Okay. 9 participants in our first year SCM cohort with Energy Trust of Oregon achieved cumulative savings of 8 million-ish, exceeding the goal by over 1 million kilowatt hours. These savings equal 5,668 metric tons of avoided CO2, 644,182 gallons of gasoline, enough to travel around the world in a Prius 1,294 times.
Wow.
The energy to power 688 homes, or roughly power the town of Bay City.
Wow.
Or
Oregon?
Oregon. Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
And the energy in 94,411 tacos.
That's a lot of tacos.
Yeah. I was trying to.
I want to
scratch
see
my
that
head.
calculation.
Yeah, where do they get that conversion ratio?
If
Wow.
they're measuring energy in tacos, it's definitely energy 350. So you'll have to ask one of those guys how they do tacos.
Energy in
You're
taco.
right.
Is that the energy you get out of a taco or the energy you put into a taco?
I wonder if there's
Actually,
like a
converting the
send all
calories.
email to Energy 350 to be like, I give you 2 minutes to give me these calcs.
I'm pretty sure that I've been to Energy 350 office, and I'm pretty sure they have a boiler in the corner that you actually throw tacos into, and it heats the office.
Oh, really? That's full.
Yeah, they use
Yeah.
them in Back to the Future too for the flux capacitor power.
Right.
supply.
Oh, really?
Put
That's
a banana
right.
peel in there, right?
That makes it so much more relevant, Michael. Thank
And
you.
realistic.
I once
Or
saw
lemon.
a energy savings equivalently expressed as sandwiches by Bimbo Bakeries, and they had saved enough energies to pile up enough sandwiches to go to the moon or something like that.
Wow.
But if you
That's
fill it with
amazing.
a sandwich boiler, then you could actually no. Okay, let's keep going. We got more. Some awesome ahas. And so let's see. I'm gonna call in some folks again. So hello, Karen Brooks. Hopefully you'd be game to read the first one. You're awesome. And then, by the way, next person up after Karen, let's have Michael Stocks. Michael, if you're okay with that. But Karen, you go first. Thank you, Karen.
County government in Minnesota has completely embraced the culture change of energy management. They hold regular training on using their EIS tool to check on building performance. Each building manager has energy performance goals, and they even had the county commissioner adopt energy standard and temperature guidelines so that they can standardize acceptable comfort specs and not chase hot, cold complaints. In 2021, they hit their 2025 goal of a 30% reduction from the 2015 baseline. It's Carl Samuelson from Michael's Energy.
Nice.
That's a tightly run ship right there.
Yeah.
I just have to say, as a former government employee, this is amazing.
Yeah.
The level of effort it takes to convince people there should be temperature guidelines, they really had to overcome some cranky people.
Yeah. A county of cranky people. Yeah.
Many curmudgeons sometimes over there.
For sure. Amazing. Nice. Thank you so much, Karen. Let's go to our next quote. And Michael, I think it's great to read the next one.
Sure, I'll go.
Thank you.
Engaging students in the SEM effort has created some memorable moments. Sheffield City Schools, for instance, has used videos to share how SEM is making their school a brighter, safer, and happier place to grow and learn. In the linked video, a student describes an initiative where students lead inspections of how well teachers and staff have powered down their classrooms. Watch the creativity and excitement of this program here. Clay Hoover, PVA.
Nice. Nice. Thanks, Michael. And a great story. And you all didn't know this, but we're going to go to multimedia.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice segue, Michael.
Yeah. So, all right. Full screen. This all should work. Ready? Play.
Hi, my name is Sally Scales, and I'm an 8th grade student at Sheffield Junior High School. I'd like to tell you about a new partnership that the Sheffield City Schools have with TVA and Sheffield Utilities. Through strategic energy management awareness, we are finding ways to reduce energy costs while making our classrooms brighter, safer, and happier places to grow and learn. This program has been developed by TVA's Energy Right team. They have launched School Uplift, a strategic energy management program, but to keep it simple, we'll just call it School Uplift. School Uplift is designed to help public schools make smart energy choices that improve the classroom learning environment and save money through decreased energy use. Let me tell you about one energy-saving project currently taking place at Sheffield Junior High School. This project deals with energy awareness. The Sheffield Junior High Accountability Team performs weekly surprise inspections after school to see how well the teachers and staff have powered down. The team records progress and keeps a monitoring log of all energy consumption and leaves a door hanger on to let the teachers know how they're doing. Students check to see that classroom lights are off, the heating and the air are set to 68 degrees or higher, and that computer monitors, printers, and personal appliances are off. They also make sure that ventilation units are free of obstruction, doors are closed, and windows and blinds are closed. Now that's energy conservation. The results are analyzed, and the teacher who has been consistently great at powering down receives a reward. What an outstanding idea. Well, that's one way that Sheffield City Schools is participating in School Uplift. Soon we'll have more videos about other great things that we're doing to save energy. I'm Sally Scales, thank you for watching, and don't forget to turn off those lights when you leave the room.
What?
Yeah, that's
okay.
Awesome.
Oh, sorry. All right, feel that. Yeah, holy smokes, everybody.
That's great.
Yeah, that was great. That was really super.
I'll go ahead and say, everybody, I've already extended her a job offer.
Yeah.
So
I hope she submitted her name for the leadership team positions open.
First round draft pick.
I know, she's amazing.
Unreal. Well, let's go then. We'll keep going and more success stories. So we'll have, let's see, Amanda Davidowitz. Amanda, would you mind doing that first? And then if your game, we'll go next after you to Ulrike for the second. Amanda, you okay to go?
Sure. Yep.
Awesome. Thank you.
We held an internal SEM coaches training, which was a huge success. We had 10 sessions focused on peer learning and best practices among all of our SEM coaches. This was great at standardizing our delivery across different programs and states and pumping us up to be enthusiastic about our work. This is Carl from Michael's Energy.
Great.
Nice.
Through gamification, schools earn points for engaging students and their broader school community and energy awareness. Schools have gotten creative, hosting light switch cover competitions, enacting classroom shutdown checklists, performing student energy audits, conducting student energy training, and more. Etowah City Elementary cheerleaders have even made an energy cheer.
Nice. Thank you so much. And for the last one, I think Kim, I think you're on. Yes. So if you were game to read the last one, and if you do have.
Sure.
Okay, great.
Yeah. So one of our customers hosted a boiler birthday party to celebrate their new boiler. which was a capital project. They invited all employees and shared information on energy efficiency. There was a cake, and the data lead even serenaded the boiler with a moving poem. And I wish I had it to share with you. I actually contacted the site to ask them, and I haven't heard back yet. So maybe that could be sent out after the event. But it was very impressive. I wasn't at the event itself, but they read it to me afterwards, and it was very well done. They made it themselves, and it was pretty special. So
That's amazing.
Well, I will say, Cam, if you are able to get it, we will put that in the proceedings here from this and share it with the world, if they're okay with that.
Yeah.
Can you say anything about the form? Was it like a limerick or a haiku? Is it important?
I can't remember. I remember it was quite elaborate.
Wow.
So I was like, what? Yeah, like they put a lot of thought and effort into it. So
Kind of like a Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner, kind of a something. Okay.
yeah, it was serenading. It was the word that came to mind, because it's a very sort of like loving, romantic, almost like poem, ode to boiler type thing. So
Unreal. So great. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Cam, and yeah, and to Amanda and Ulrike. Let's go then to profound projects or projects. And for this one, let's have, get up and down, Kristen Ige. Would you mind reading that one?
Sure. One state pursued a project targeting reducing the runtime of one machine set. As the team dug into the project, they discovered there are hundreds of horsepower of support equipment that could be concurrently shut down. They employed an extensive effort to develop the shutdown controls when not in use, troubleshoot issues with these shutdowns, and retrain operators under this new strategy. The results significantly reduced runtime of roughly 520 horsepower of equipment, saving an estimated 1,031,000 kilowatt hours per year. Dave Hall, Energy 350.
Nice. That is a lot of savings that we're not seeing in a traditional audit, and so wonderful that could be found here. Thank you so much, Kristen. And we lastly have one more honorable mention, and since the person here that submitted it, Mike Stowe, is here. Mike, would you mind reading one that we all wanted to call out specifically?
Sure, glad to do this. Daimler Truck North America earned ISO 3001 certification for all 8 sites of its North American plants, including 4 in North Carolina. After certification, we did 4 internal site audits to further assist the truck manufacturer with its ongoing certification maintenance. Next steps will include annual ISO 50001 surveillance audits, and recertification audits every 3 years.
Wow.
Thanks.
Yeah, congratulations, Mike. That's amazing.
Yeah, Daimler did they were incredible. I mean, they got a multi-site certificate and took them 2 or 3 years to get there, but it was a great project for them, absolutely saving energy hand over fist.
Yeah, Mike, you got to see whether they're going to qualify for Energy Star certification, because they've never had a plant qualify yet.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah,
accepted.
We'll work on that.
Mike, pass that along.
The gauntlet was just thrown out right there.
That's right.
I love it. Okay, so back to the polls, back to the Mentimeter. Let's go then. All right, I did the. Sorry, I'll go. The greatest SCM success story. What is it? So to the polls. If you closed your browser for some strange reason, go to menti.com and use that code 88413043 and select the greatest success story. And you can select them all. You can pick multiples. But yeah, let's see what you're thinking. First, the school uplift, 9.8% savings, 160 schools. That great video, of course, was related to it. The county in Minnesota that worked together to change their set points and all kinds of good stuff. The 30% reduction. The boiler birthday party with the moving poem. Gosh, I'm like so intrigued by the poem. I can't wait to see what it's about. The reducing the runtime with basically all those motors, finding all that horsepower savings. It was like right under their noses, which is amazing. The Daimler trucks, 50,001 ready. Such a big deal with a new gauntlet thrown at them as well. I would predict they would aim for it.
Oh, so close. A little more hot sauce, those taco equivalents will make it.
Those are
Who hasn't
amazing.
voted yet? Come on.
I know.
That-
Let's go
That's like over
tacos.
10
Is
10
that
million tacos per
considered a
customer.
renewable? Is that a renewable
Yeah,
energy source?
definitely.
You know, one of the things that I think is amazing about hearing these stories, though, is like the little ahas that I have in my head around ways to engage people that I haven't thought about, like personifying a boiler and holding a birthday party. Not something I ever thought about before, you know? I think things like that, or being able to, just talk to government agencies that said, like, if one county figured out how to do this, you can figure out how to do it too. And I think just kind of inspirational thoughts around how we can take what we've learned today and kind of like broaden it into our own practice is kind of where I go when I listen to these awesome stories.
Yeah.
Well, and I also think, with the tacos and the cheerleading cheer and the birthday party, and it's just fun ways to make energy more relatable. And there are things that stick with you as opposed to just you do it and then you leave work and you forget about it.
So it's like getting a spark of energy in an otherwise monotonous job.
It is. Providing value to everyone's surprise.
Yep.
I love it. Okay, I think I'm gonna say the polls are closed. I think we have a winner. School Uplift in first place. The boiler birthday party. And again, I feel a little bad for the boiler birthday party because we don't have the poem. The poem may have been what it took.
Pushed it.
Yeah, but Kim, we can figure out a way. I think maybe to especially honor that poem, and then the taco equivalents.
Tacos.
Finishing a solid third. Nothing to be ashamed on. Third place in this case. It is well done. All right. Well, lots and lots and lots of great stuff and successes. It was a successful year all around. Nicely done to everyone. It is so much hard work to get to this place, and everything from recruiting customers to wrapping up programs or doing your fun reports in a given program year. It's so many details that go into it, all in between. And so to get to these places, these successes here is a huge deal. And so hats off, frankly, to you all. This is not easy work. So let's get back to looking ahead then at what's going on in 2022. So first of all, the engagement structure. So if this is your first webinar you've attended, or if you've attended many of these, we have basically 3 ways the North American Collaborative kind of engages the SCM community and our members. And there's many other things that we do as well. But I just want to call out. So webinars, we do these webinars like this one. Our next SCM Successes will be next December. But before then, we'll have some other webinars on given topics. The topics we've covered in the past 2 years have included like how COVID integrates with our programs and how that ties in. Integrating diversity, equity, inclusion, or DEI into our work. Advanced M&V, measurement and verification techniques, and what our thinking is around that. Thinking about carbon and how we integrate, energy-related emissions, addressing those in our programs. All amazing topics, all topics that we're frankly very happy that not only do they provide value in the webinars themselves, but they integrate in with other efforts that happen. For example, from the regional collaboratives, the Northwest Collaborative has had a working group that launched soon after our carbon webinar this last year. That's then kind of taking the ball farther. There have been other working groups. I saw that the AESP and their national conference is going to have a DEI session or a series of sessions coming up at their conference here this spring that will again be able to pick up a lot of the cool things that we've been talking about in our work. So really cool stuff. The topics for this next year's webinars will be decided in the first quarterly members roundtable. That first QMR will be happening in January. And so if you are a member of the North American Collaborative, please look forward to that. We'll have some more information about the date on that to say the date for that in January. And then lastly, call out the SCM Summit. The SCM Summit is always adjacent to the ACEEE summer studies. And so this year, the summer study in buildings is in person in Pacific Grove. That's the I would say optimistic plan, hopeful plan.
Yeah.
Can be safely done. But that is in August. The dates for that summer study are up. The as far as the date for our for the summit itself, we'll be locking that in. The exact date. So look for more to come in the coming couple months around that. And then I should say too, again, these aren't engagement things, but we've done a lot of amazing things this year as well. So kicked off the program database that Walt Tennyson led. So basically a way to kind of catalog a lot of the programs that are out there. And if you haven't seen that, it's very tremendous. We'll put a link out to that but I think you should be able to get to it from our organization website. You can also submit other programs if yours is not on there. We have our research, and so we are launching one or more research efforts this next year as well. And so a lot of great things happening for that. Some really cool stuff happening. So that is what we're looking forward into for next year. But to get this all done, we need your help. And so I want to call out this pretty cool crew, the leadership team of 2021. And you can see them all called out here. You can see them geographically where they're located, or at least we're located at the beginning of last year. An amazing crew. But as a part of our process, basically 3 to 4 people cycle off of the leadership team per year. And so this creates an opportunity for people to step up and to join and participate. In addition, we have a few committees. So here's a leadership team, but we have a few other committees as well that we are basically kind of launching this next year to provide a little more horsepower behind these important activities of ours. So membership, the membership committee, the events committee, and the research committee. And again, all leading very important activities. If you're interested in any one of these 4 or multiple of these, then you have an opportunity, and you can nominate yourself by close of business tomorrow, Thursday, December 16th. Here's the link. I'm going to put it into the chat. Wait, hold on. Do this.
How do you do that?
Real time, yeah. Like how's Chad? So, hold on a moment here, everyone. It's in the chat. Click on that link. It'll send you to the place to submit your interest to be a volunteer on one of those committees or the leadership team. Is there? Yeah, I mean, maybe I'll say, we have had the time here for Greg, but Greg, maybe you can kind of wrap up, or you provide a word and maybe talk about volunteering as well, like how people can contribute.
Thanks, Chad. Chad went over a lot of our yearly accomplishments in 2021, and I think we're in a really good place this year with our members. So one, we've done a lot of great research papers. We're also doing a lot of good webinars and engagements, including the SEM Summit. So look forward to just growing that work next year with our renewed or our better or improved structure, I should say. We are rolling off a few people off of the leadership team. Some folks have already submitted their names. Thank you very much. We look forward to receiving some more name submissions using the link that Chad just put in the chat. But I will be rolling off as chair this year for 2021, and Katie Dooley as vice chair will be joining the leadership team as chair. But we're looking forward to another great year. Hopefully, with fingers crossed that we can actually have the SEM Summit in person in Pacific Grove. That would be great to get everyone back together again. But I think, for for all said, I think we had a really, really successful year. It was a difficult year. I know for all of us in our own silos of work, but together as a collaborative, I think we pulled together some great pieces of work that can really elevate the SAM community into the future. So thank you everyone for your support, and most importantly to all the leadership team members on this call. Thank you very much for your dedication and time you've put forward. Thank you.
Nice, thanks, Greg. Yeah, well, definitely Wendy and I, as your fearless webinar and engagement leaders, it's been a joy working with all of you. I know myself, I will be cycling off the leadership team. Wendy will, of course, and actually then I'll be on that committee though. So you haven't heard the last of me yet, but again, we're very excited about many other involving. You know, we heard many of your voices here today. We heard, of course, many great success stories. But looking forward to providing some opportunities for people to step up and be involved and help continue to lead and yeah, so very exciting times ahead. So now,
if I could just real quick, Chad,
please,
add my 2
yes,
cents to that.
Yeah.
I also wanted to mention in our leadership team meetings, we've talked a lot about the diversity of our leadership team, and Chad showed the slide where we have program administrators, governmental representatives, people leading SEM. So, you know, there's obviously other groups that are not represented. The one that comes to mind for me is evaluators. We also like to have a geographic spread. So even if you fall into a bucket that was not represented in that map, that does not mean we don't want you on the team. I would say it maybe makes a stronger case to have you on the team so that we have all perspectives of SEM and running SEM programs from all parts of the country and all angles. So if you don't see yourself represented there and you want to be, please throw your hat into the ring or know of somebody else that might want to. That's my 2 cents.
Yeah, thank you.
Outstanding. Outstanding. Great. Well, we have one more poll. This is the most serious one of all. So if you could all please, if your browsers are still open to Mentimeter, go to menti.com, and we have a question for you. What is one word describes your holiday plans? And I'll go back to share my screen again. All right. What is one word? Word clouds are the greatest. One word describes your holiday plans. Spend time with my family. That is a long word, but it's a good one. Long one word. Baking. Okay, I know who did that. I'll meet you at your house. I'm just kidding. I have no idea. We have no idea who these came from. So COVID-free, lovely. Peace and calm.
Some eggnog.
Oh, eggnog. Nice.
I'm curious what gnomes means for holiday festivities.
I'm going home and there are gnomes in my backyard that I always move for my niece and nephew.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Keep the magic alive. They're kind of like elves, you know.
The UK visit, is that to see family or to actually visit to go to to go on vacation there?
Me, that's to visit my family.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So hopefully I won't catch COVID while I'm there or before I get there, because that would be a disaster.
Hopefully not catching COVID, period.
Yeah, right. That's the main goal.
I was gonna say, yeah, but if I wonder if like tourism in Richmond has increased since Ted Lasso has been on. I'm not sure if I should look that up. Ted Lasso, if people haven't watched it before, lovely way to pep yourselves up.
To bring in
The thing about Richmond is there is no soccer club there. They're known for rugby, actually.
Yeah, right. Yeah, don't go there looking for their soccer stadium. Well, one, they don't call it soccer, and two, they don't have football, or they definitely don't have a Premier League or team. I don't think they have a
I
team.
mean, if they have a team, it's like, low level, like amateur with maybe a couple of semi-pros, but they're known for rugby, actually, is what they're known for.
Nice. It is I think it is a nice suburb. Okay, but otherwise, this is great. Everyone have a safe and wonderful holiday season. I'll stop the screen share so we can see your lovely faces one last time. Yeah, wish you all a safe holiday. Thank you again for all of you who submitted, for all of you who read along with us, which is good to have some other voices. For all of you who are interested in participating in the collaborative as a leadership team member or committee member, welcome you all. Thank you so much. Happy
Thanks,
holidays.
everyone.
All right.
Happy holidays.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
Thanks. Happy
Christmas.
holidays.